Okay, it's only an hour. You know what I didn't practice was pit entry. But I think we'll be fine.
Green light, go, go, go.
Alright, hopefully there's a clean turn 1. Ooh, Q-bar, not with the best start.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Ooh, radar's making it.
Clear on the
Whoa!
left.
Lost out, but at least we're safe. That's the main. It's always my main worry on Q1. Or Q1. T1. God, that was an aggressive move. So I found with this corner, in the GT4, it seems like it's quicker if you hug the inside versus using the whole track like in a GT3. At least for me.
On the left. Clear on the left.
Ooh, that looked close there. Wild ass appears. Oh, it's probably how it looked for somebody's rearview mirror.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Visibility in this Mercedes is not great. That whole left corner is just blind. But if I move the seat back, it feels like I'm sitting too far away from the windshield.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Oh, yellow flag. Honestly, I would rather that happen lap 1. Doesn't look like anybody tagged him, so he shouldn't have any more damage than what he got himself, if he got any damage. And then he's got the max amount of time to recover from that mistake. Man, DXT, what a move. Audis are so quick in the straights, it's hard to defend against them. Their weakness is supposed to be under braking. Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks. I'm just not that quick in it in a GT4. So I tried like 4 different cars. And this was the one I was fastest in. And I feel like I'm more competitive here in a GT3. Let's ride behind this Audi and get even less downforce than we already have.
Slow car ahead.
Oh.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I don't see anybody stationary.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'm sure we just scared the shit out of Kipster.
Car on the left.
Record that one. That was
Clear on
fun.
the left.
It was a complete overreaction. The car bounced, and I think just muscle memory. I was thinking of GT3 where it would just snap on you. Alright, you can take a lot of that curve in the GT4 there. I might start doing that. Ooh, Audi going deep. Oh god, the one corner that I want to actually be able to see on.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Alright, turbo slows dropped back from the other Aston a little bit. Ooh, DXD, that was a little dangerous. He backed out of it, it looked like. Got a GT3 coming through here, that's interesting. Oh, that's the one that spun, okay. It's probably the worst part of the track for him to get caught up in traffic. Aston got a great run out of that corner. Alright, Ferrari's on us. So.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Now we got a freaking roadblock
Clear
for
on the
him.
left.
Alright, he should be able to get us here in the straight. I'm looking at my rearview mirror more than I'm looking ahead.
You're gaining on the driver ahead in sector 3. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Alright, so that's not good for me. Well, he's not going to hold us up. He'll be quicker than me or DXT, so. Oh! Kipster's reeling us in a tiny bit, I think. Ooh, I think they may have touched there. Don't know how badly. I don't think he hit the wall, so he should be able to recover decently. Hey, look at Kipster getting us under braking.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
God, that Audi is fast, man. I know it says I'm clear by this Aston, but don't want to move over because then I might give him a chance to stay on the inside here.
Clear on the right.
Woo! Man, he tried to get his nose in there. Someone gotta stop and go.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Gotta cover the inside here. He's probably gonna get a better exit. Whew. I need the front tires to increase pressure just a tiny bit.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh. Not sure what's going on there. Alright, GT4s are getting closer. Probably in 2 or 3 laps. Whoop. All right. Ooh, Monroe's in the pits, first place. I wonder if he's just knocking his pit stop out early, if he forgot to do more than quali fuel, or if he took damage. Be interesting to see. I need to start paying attention to the time, see if we're catching Jamaican Inquisition or not, because I don't want to overdrive the car if we're not reeling him in. DXT's picking his pace back up. No, this is Xbox. We always have a multi-class special event at Box 3 after the season, so this will probably be my last Box 3 Xbox race, unless I do another special event or something. Oh. How am I? Clearly not well, because I couldn't get the sarcasm. I figured the names being gamer tags would have cleared it up. Oh. I mean, it probably will be with Box 3. Then we got... Oh, oh. That was a nice save right there by the Ferrari. And then we got final race with IXR on Monday at Silverstone, which I haven't practiced for. I need to do that probably sometime tomorrow. One of these days they'll fix that bug about the yellow flags. No, I don't. If you're running 57s on race fuel, then you got this season. There's no way I'm keeping up with that. Whoa, DXT breaking wide. I was gonna say, you better be fucking with me, or I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'll just take Monday night off. Nah, I wouldn't have done that. Because half the time I make up places just by not crashing. High 58. I'm somewhere in the 59s, I think, the last time I was doing it. I think I broke 158 like during the race that I did, but I'm definitely not consistent high 58s. At least this was the first race of like this kind of league season that, you know, everyone, IXR, Box 3, and GTOmega kind of started at the same time. So I think it was my first race in the Audi. And that was why I was scared, was because I was qualifying in the 59s, and in their league of 59 is like 16th place.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
All right, all the GT3s are coming through. I gotta be a little more diligent here.
Faster cars approaching.
I'm just gonna let him
Car
go
on the
through.
left. Clear on the left.
Safer that way. Oh, DXT lost the place when he went braking really late. So Porsche 1-2.
There's a slow car ahead.
Gonna pit in about 9 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you can't tell, especially with the title being Shamrock Sprint, the idea was everyone does a mostly green livery, mainly green livery. I think we had one or two defectors who didn't do that, but an interesting sight.
Slow car ahead.
no! Fronts are wearing out. So we have been catching Jamaican in position ahead. Not fast, but enough where we're in the fight. Oh, come on. I pit early? I'm so bad with strategy. That's, I know I've said it before, strategy is my Achilles heel. I don't think I ever screw myself over with strategy, but I'm just very very strict with, I'm just gonna pit halfway through because that's the easiest, and then 2 equal stints, have the tires in as good a life as long as possible, that kind of thing. And then like if an opportunity comes up where an undercut or an overcut may be the best way, I have no clue. Yeah, I can just tell it's the fronts because it's happening under braking as well. And like the car isn't sliding out even on full throttle and traction only at 1. Oh, come on. Ooh, that Audi. You can nail the curves in these GT4s and they're just fine with it. Yeah, my first PC race, league race, will be Tuesday night. Pretty late for me, actually. It's a GT4 league. It's actually still just GTMR. I've raced with them in Xbox, but they have a PC league. I got to get my like safety rating and stuff up. I was trying to race in some pubs last night, but all the servers that had people in it had a safety rating. I've really just been dialing in the PC, like the settings for each game.
Car on the left.
And haven't had a chance to really dedicate a ton of time to get my stats up on ACC. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing next season with Box 3. I'll be there for qualifying, and I might do one of the endurance race. Oh,
Fast car
man.
is approaching. Car on the right.
I didn't get a close enough look at that to see if that was on the Audi or the Ferrari. Might just be a racing incident.
Car on the left.
Oh,
Clear on the
right
left.
here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Big crowd of GT3s.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Oh, this is going to be interesting here. Alright, Jamaican made the best move, braking early. We got Legends behind us. Kind of doing a recovery drive here. You got to stop and go after an incident, I think.
Car on the left. Faster car approaching. Watch out. Clear on the left.
We're going to let Stanley go ahead here. Not trying to go side by side on this corner. This might not have been the best track for multi-class. Oh! Although, I mean, they manage on like Brands Hatch and shit, so. This one's at least got some straights. Yeah, I think the Audi ahead's a little kind of frazzled after the bump of the Ferrari. Because he wasn't driving reckless for the rest of it, and like I said, they barely touched, so he probably feels bad. Luckily, I don't think the Ferrari got that much damage. And it may have not even been the Audi's fault. I didn't really get too close of a look at it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Hipster's reeling us in
On the
now.
left.
My pressures are really not doing well. I don't know if it's from me hitting curbs. Oh!
Car on the
That was a
right.
little aggressive by me there.
Clear on the right.
He's got that Audi acceleration out of there though, so he'll get it. DXT taking that opportunity right there. Behind us. Might go ahead and pit just to get out of this little bit of traffic. I know I'll have enough fuel. Shit. Oh, these corners are so difficult in this car. Just in GT4s in general.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car coming down behind you. Yellow flag ahead.
Oh, we were close there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pit. Oh, no, he is, so I'm not. Alright.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
If we do a really quick lap here, I think we can manage to get past him if we nail our pit stop. Yeah, car just does not feel like it's stopping. It's quick. Maybe that's why someone was saying you should run pad 2 on GT4s, not pad 1, and I'm running pad 1. Wondering if maybe you gotta just brake that much more that they wear out quicker. I don't know. I can just feel the front going light. DXT and Kipster have been so close this whole race.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
Go, go, go. Alright, that was pretty clean there. Whew. Oh shit, JB, what is it, accident? Oh, of course we got a car right here, that makes it difficult. Fuck. Oh, that's not good, guys. What is pad 1 for a GT4 car is identical to pad 4 of a GT3 car. It's reliable for only 30 minutes. Well, I got a 30-minute stint, so... Alright. That's interesting. I never knew that. I've always done pad 1.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Let's go.
I'm in
go,
reverse.
Go. Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Alright, that was a pretty disastrous pit stop. Okay. Yeah, Jamaican Inquisition just gained a lot of time on me from that. That's so difficult when another car is right in front of your grid spot. Yeah, JB, this track is probably a Lambo's nightmare. You know the Lambo is really tricky over aggressive bumps and curves, and this one has some. Even if you don't intend to take them, it's like, you know, unless you're a robot, that can do the same thing every lap. Alright, so we missed our grid spot, had to turn the car back on, reverse back into our grid spot, or pit box. And then when they let us down and I started the engine, I was in reverse. So that's pit stops go. Sadly not my worst, but definitely not one of my best. But yeah, I mean, the pads really didn't feel like they were starting to let go until the last 5 minutes of that last stint, so. And that's the thing is, my tire pressures were dropping, so it could have also just been knocking out tire pressure from hitting curbs and things like that. Yeah, I think there's at least 2 that weren't. I know DXD signed up like this morning. He signed up very late. But I mean, I probably should have said something in the driver's meeting, but I did an announcement. Yeah, JB, imagine doing what I just did on that curb in that Lambo. So the GT4s are fun. Alright, we got a GT3 Audi here. We're going to give him the inside just because this car is not able to turn in. Not even because we did that on purpose. Yeah, I think a couple people. I think there were 2 GT3s that qualified on GT4, so we'll do a penalty at the end of the race for them, just because I've thought about starting in the back of the grid, but honestly, if it was all GT3, that probably would have been the best solution. But having them start and then have to go through a bunched up field of GT4s right off the bat, I didn't want to make it worse for GT4s. Because of a GT3's mistake, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, so we'll just do a time penalty at the end of the race. We'll talk about it, figure out what's fair. And then, yeah, I'm not going to penalize people in color livery. That's auto DQ. But yeah, because the qualifying thing, I mean, it didn't hurt anybody really, but you know, they had a chance to draft from some GT4s and just a little more time for tires to get up to temp and stuff like that. So it should be penalized a little bit. Alright, we are possibly catching up to a Jamaican Inquisition. DXD definitely got around us. God, that pit stop was so bad that I did. I also, when I first started driving this car this morning, like for my first real practice down this setup, so I was like, man, they just copied the sound from the Aston Martin. You know, the GT4, GT3 Aston Martin. And then I remembered that the Vantage in real life does just use the AMG V8, and that's why. Now I'm just an idiot.
Well done, mate. That's all best.
Alright, in a couple laps we'll probably have some GT3s coming through again. I think the airfield is a little more spread out. Whoa! Yeah, cause didn't you try the KTM at Nürburgring and it already there like wasn't as competitive as it was before the 1.8 update? 'Cause it was always slower on the straights, but I just remember the Brands Hatch race we had that one time. I think I was in the McLaren. That was super fun. The only reason I was still in the game was just because that McLaren had so much top speed on the straightaway. But yeah, I tried because the Alpine was super quick at Nürburgring, and I was about a full second off of Q-Bar's pace on this track, even using the same car as him when we were in the same practice session. So I was like, obviously it's just the car, it's not me. And then tried 4 different cars, and this one was the fastest, and I was still about the same as the Porsche, 1 second off Q-Bar. So Q-Bar is just quick as hell here. But I tried the Alpine because I really liked it in Nürburgring. And here I really like the way it drives. Like, has the best turn in, feels the lightest, you know. But I was like a second slower than I was in this car, so that's kind of the one I really wanted to use. Because no one ever uses it either. Because before the Xbox patch, it drove like hot garbage. We might be ruining DXD too.
Faster car is approaching. Watch out.
Alright, that's the race leader, Hofdozer. And the Porsche. He has really improved his gap to P2, who's also in a Porsche. I feel like Porsche might be the way to go here. Both GT3 and GT4, actually. I like the Porsche. I just wasn't as... Whoa, that curve really upset the car there. I was just more consistent in this car. It was like same lap time, but better consistency in this car, so... I didn't try the Aston. I probably should try the Aston, but there were a ton of people signed up in it.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
The last time I drove the Audi, I absolutely hated it because I do not like the way it handles under braking. Didn't try the McLaren, which I probably could have. Definitely didn't try the Ginetta because it would have struggled on the straight. Alright, Kipster's in the pits. We're getting past him in the pits. I wonder if he had damage or something. That's a long... Oh, he's coming out now. Okay. Alright, we got past Kipster in the pits. Back in 5th. I think that's where we qualified. We are reeling in both of these guys ahead.
Faster car coming up behind you.
No, not when I'm pitching up to these people.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car behind you.
Yeah, I tend to like the mid-engine cars. The only front-engine car that I liked
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
was the Aston. After they fixed it on Xbox, it drives really well and is easy to catch when it's sliding and things like that, and it can be competitive. But other than that, like I almost did the Mercedes last season, and just, granted the new Audi came out, so I did that, but I don't know. I prefer a car that just has good turn-in over stability. Like if it's a tad, wants to rotate a tad too much but turns in great, I prefer that over a car that's stable but doesn't want to turn in quite as much. And I really like the look of the Lambo and everything. The Lambo just is very sensitive over bumps, so in the first like 2-3 seasons I used the Lambo just because it was my favorite. Which we should be getting the Evo 2 Lambo. The new Ferrari 296, the Lambo Evo 2, and the new Porsche will be on PC first, but they have confirmed it is going to come to console. I think they're trying to get the times between those two down less and less. It's just weird how much effort and focus they're putting on console now, when like it's really like 2 years overdue, really.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
You could tell they were limited hardware-wise on the last-gen consoles, but on the next-gen ones, like, just where they've managed to get it is so... If the first next-gen update had come out and the game was in the state it is right now, I could not imagine. And that's, I think, a lot of the people who raced on Xbox and moved to PC back before we got the big update. I think in their minds the differences between them are a lot bigger than they are, because having raced on PC now, or got the game on PC now, I can tell you, like, the driving experience isn't that much different. There's just more finer detail. On a TS-XW, the detail is more fine, especially like curves and things like that. And graphics-wise, with my setup, I'm able to get it to look a little better than this. But it's not night and day. What makes it night and day is being able to run SimHub in the background for your Buttkicker, being able to have Crew Chief running in the background who gives you way more detailed info throughout the race, and you can customize what kind of info you want them to give you. It's all the stuff that PC offers around the game that makes the biggest difference right now. I can say. And I mean grid size too. Like I haven't been able to drive in a 60 car race, which I imagine is pretty wild. But I feel like between 20 and 30 is enough to usually be able to have a good race with a few people. Kind of followed him there. God, GT4's handled that so well. Someone knocked out the 50 sign. Should have picked a different braking marker. All right, DXD's kind of staying up there, but we are catching the Jamaican.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Yeah, honestly, that'll be a huge jump. I would say right now, if you're mainly going to play ACC, I would avoid Fanatec, not because Fanatec sucks or anything, but because the feedback on Xbox and in this game specifically is very light. At least the DD. I know my brother has the CSW 2.5, I think, and it's it feels fine. But the Logitech DD Pro, which obviously is very expensive, with the firmware update and everything, works great. And then Thrustmaster wheels right now, like I said, I mean this doesn't feel that different on PC compared to how it does now here, which is nuances. But the issue is just everything is so expensive now. Nothing's on sale. Back in like the 2010s, everything was on sale. I got like a TH8A shifter for like $120 brand new on Amazon, and now they're like $200. You know, that design's been out for basically a decade at this point.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
We didn't make contact with him. I think we just spooked him. But that's the thing. It's hard to justify, you know, spinning like this wheel. I think right now you can get the wheelbase for $450, just the wheelbase, and it's like, you know, tech has moved on since then. You know, DD, you can get DDs for that price. But usually, if you can find a Thrustmaster TX, just the wheelbase, sometimes they'll go on sale to, I think regular prices are like $250 or $230 or something. You can get them sometimes around $200. See, it's a, well, for ACC, it's the force feedback itself, and it's just ACC. Like other games, it works fine on. The big thing with Fnatic, the DD, is the plastic quick release is very susceptible to, from what I've read, very susceptible. I don't know if it's flex or cracking or something, but it essentially ends up bending the pins, and then you have to send your wheel to Fnatic to get repaired and all that, and it's just, you know, none of these brands that make sim racing wheels, except for maybe Logitech, you could argue, like, really have the infrastructure in place to be, you know, servicing these things a lot. So it takes forever. And that's one thing, like, about Thrustmaster and Logitech is, you know, you can buy them on Amazon or, you know, Walmart, whatever, where you get the wheel day one, something's up with it, you just return it to Amazon, immediately get your money back, and either try a new one or try a different one. Whereas your Fanatec wheel comes in broken, you got to send it back to them. They may send you a replacement, you know, if it's within the first week. I don't know. I can't comment on what their policy is like that, but it's just all the places that you got to buy direct from kind of scare me. Because customer service is just not going to be their number one focus, or one of their main focuses. So I mean, the CSLDD, when it works, you know, it's fantastic. But in the way around it is you just get the metal quick release that they sell. But yeah, and I almost got a Fnatic shifter actually. I bought a short throw shift rod, like a shorter one, for my TH8A shifter, and it ended up snapping and was stuck inside there. And I was like, if I can't get this thing out, I'm gonna have to get a new shifter. But I was able to extract it out and keep it. But I was looking at the Fnatic shifter, and it's like that thing apparently has issues with false shifts and things like that the longer you have it. And it's like, I found enough threads about it where kind of put me off of that one. Which I've used it before. It feels pretty good. That's why I was considering it. And now that I'm on, but then I was like, well, that'll only work on PC, which is fine because that's where I'm going to be playing 99% of the time. But so we'll keep this good old Thrustmaster shifter that I've had since like 2014, 2015. And the only thing that broke on it was an aftermarket part I bought for it. But yeah, it's just Thrustmaster prices on stuff, right? It's just like Thrustmaster's hard to justify at full price. I don't think their stuff's bad. Obviously, I have pretty much everything of theirs, but I think it's just paying full price for it, which is unfortunately how the market is right now, is not the best deal. But I mean, if you can snag like a used TX or a used TS-XW, they are great wheels. But you can just go all out, get the Logitech DD Pro, and you won't have any issues. It's just expensive as hell. Or I mean, just get the G923 or whatever, and it's still going to be an upgrade from a controller. And like Logitech stuff is reliable. Oh, follow DXD off there. But, and apparently Moses coming out with something to make theirs console compatible. I don't know if it's going to be inside the wheelbases or if it's going to just be like a little like hub that you plug into. But that could be, if that happens anytime soon, they're definitely worth a look. You can get there. I think it's the R5. They're like entry-level DD is priced very competitively. Because I'll be going DD next, but I just haven't had any issues with this wheel, so I don't want to go in a whole new ecosystem if I don't have to. Unfortunately, the Thrustmaster direct drive is just kind of
Gaining on the car ahead is up to 3.
Is he still in P1? And his pedal set is disconnected? That is impressive. At least there's one long straight where he can fix it. He retired after the second one. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. Hardware failures suck. The only way you can look at it to make yourself slightly feel better is just be like, consider it a mechanical failure on a car in a race. Alright, DXT, you got 5 minutes to fin me off. Maybe even more if we get to do a nice extra lap. Ooh!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Brakes are feeling better than they did at the end of the last stint. We'll have the advantage under braking on him, but he's definitely going to have more straight line speed. I don't know if we dipped the toe in the sand there.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Whew. Alright, we should be able to make this corner without having to worry about the GT3. Stanley holding down 5th place in the Porsche.
Car on the left.
Oh, we're kind of Sacrificing a bit here, but gonna happen at some point. Stan's trying to find an opportunity. I think he just found it. We got a Camaro. It's like a Joker themed Camaro up there. I feel bad for the Camaro drivers. I tried it and it was not competitive here. It drives fine.
Car on the right.
And it sounds awesome.
Clear on the right.
That was a little deeper than I was anticipating there. That's what she said.
Car on the left.
Alright, can we do the old switcheroo? No, we can't. We're not quick enough out of the Alright, we're keeping up with them on the straight because of the draft.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
We gotta leave room for the Camaro. I haven't heard crew chief cuss at me yet. I tried, I was doing an AI race and I like crashed on purpose, which in hindsight probably wasn't good for my consistency rating, and he was just like, oh, you got minor damage, even though it said severe damage, and he was just like, oh, you know, flag's green. I was waiting for him to be like, you know, you damn idiot, you ruined the race. It is cool though to have them be able to just say your name. It's a little off-putting, but old Codemasters games used to always do that. Like the first grid. Hello, Brandon. Alright, we got one more lap, I think, depending on where the leader of GT3 is. Yeah, the first grid is one of my favorite racing games of all time.
Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
The menu music was so good too. Like I still remember that whole song, the whole theme. They had everything from prototypes to demolition
Car
derby.
on the right. Clear on the right.
Alright, I think the XT knows we're on his tail, if I had to guess. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a little bit of latency there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, that's the leader right there. No, no, no. I don't want him to finish before us. We'll get a whole nother lap. Woo!
Has finished the race.
All right. No more GT3s coming up behind us. Shit. I was trying to spook him. Oh no! That backfired. Woo! We both got that a tiny bit.
Car on the left. Leader on the left.
We may have bumped him.
Car on the left. Leader on the left.
Understeer. Oh man, what a good finish.
The best you could. I'll bring the car back.
I was hoping to get third right there at the end. That was fun. Wow, even with traction at 0, this thing. See how much understeer has built into it. Alright, now did everyone listen and not back out of the race? Oh, that was very quick. Let me get a screenshot just to be safe. How do I? Oh, well, let me. Hold on. If I return to garage, it will. There we go. All right. Interested to go back and see how the live stream went with Maddie. I know it's our first real one, so just see if there were any weird, crashes. Because like you try to hide the UI on accident. Crashes, the spectator mode, things like that. So we're using this race to kind of figure out what issues come up and then figure out what we need to do. And then, dialing in volume settings and things like that. I know when I first started this, I had the game volume way too loud. I had to turn game volume down to like 20%, otherwise Twitch just blasted it. But yeah, so that was a multi-class race. Like I said, there were a couple people who went out during GT4 qualifying that were GT3s. We'll do just a penalty on them. I don't want to ruin A, their race, or B, GT4's races by having them be in a rush to, get back up with the GT3s. So we'll do that. And yeah, DXD, man, that was that was wild at the end. I think I may have bumped you like on the third to last corner or something. It was hard to tell, but that Audi's so quick in the straights. I feel like I had you under braking, and then you just rocketed out of the corners. That was really, really fun, pushing at the end. But yeah, it didn't look like there were too many incidents. Really. I know I only saw like one that I don't know if it was a 2-car incident or not. It was just 1 car on the side. And then saw another one that 2 cars kind of bumped. I actually recorded it. I don't know if it's going to be a racing incident. We're probably not even going to do real reports. Normally we don't with the special events unless it's something egregious, like somebody just being completely obnoxious. But I want to see how. It's probably this one right here. Forzy, what place did you end up coming in? Alright. Third? Hell yeah, man. Nice podium. And the NSX too. Alright, no, this must not be where it is. Accident I was thinking of. What was this? You want to know something really weird? I don't think Forzy was in an Aston in that race. Or not Forzy, sorry. Legends. That's really weird. I could have sworn he was in a completely different car. Alright, so that was an actual incident. What was this? 1 lap of fuel remaining. It's just a tiny tap. I was gonna go Merc, but I thought the Audi might feel similar to the G3. But yeah, the Audi is super sketchy under braking, I find. It's just not confidence inspiring. I think this was just a slide. I think I would remember what I recorded. Yeah, that right there was... probably scared the hell out of. I think that was Kipster there. And then I got one more, the third one. That might be one that has a incident that's not, that I wasn't sure if it was going to be an incident or not. DXT, you were supposed to pick a green car though, bud. Or do a green design. I know you joined like last minute this morning. Yeah, it was between the Ferrari and the... Yeah, see, I swear this is the incident that we just watched, except it was showing it as if it was in... No, maybe not. Yeah, so right here, the Audi... See, the Audi's got to make his turn, right? We can go slow motion. The Audi has to make his turn. He's in a GT4. He doesn't have that much aero. And I'm trying to just figure out... Which way do I need to go? I'm trying to just figure out if he moved too far inside. Of course, the camera's just not going to... We're going the wrong way. There we go. See, this one's interesting because... I mean, the Ferrari's not beside him here, right? The Ferrari's in the faster class, but he's not beside the Audi. And they just touch here. Ferrari gets a tiny bit of damage, the Audi holds it together. So... That's interesting. That's an interesting one. I might say racing incident. That really should just be... The Audi probably should have been a little more aware. But at the same time, if you don't get the inside in a GT4, you're going off into the grass. But the Ferrari also, like... You know... The lane is open until the last... I don't know. I might put that a tiny bit on the Ferrari. If I had to. And then the beautiful AMG GT4 comes through. But yeah, so that's probably going to be my last Xbox race in Box 3. At least that I'm committing to. If I have like a Saturday where I really have nothing going on, you know, I might sign up for a reserve slot in the Xbox League, so I don't take up one of the main slots. Because if I keep everything how I have it now, it's easy for me to just unplug the wheel and plug it into the Xbox, which I have over here. And I have ended up with extra the little cables to hook the shifter and e-brake up to USB, because I was wondering why my shifter and e-brake weren't working through my wheel on PC, and it turns out on PC you have to plug them into the Xbox, and the little Thrustmaster Sim Hub thing that's just a USB hub but with their little connector is only on console. So once I got that figured out, I actually had... Well, I guess I had the USB cables because they each came with one. That makes sense. So those are plugged. So all I have to do is just unscrew those, screw them in over here, and then I have a full setup on the Xbox. Now the thing is, if I decide to move the Xbox downstairs in the living room, then obviously that changes things. But so my last scheduled Xbox race is actually Monday night. It's the final race in the IXR season. Me and how am I forgetting his name right now? Slapshot. Whew. Me and Slapshot are very, very close, and it's kind of a fight for the championship on this race. So Silverstone, don't know what the weather is, but so that'll be fun. And then my first PC League race is Tuesday. It's a GT4 race. It'll be at night, or night my time. And I gotta work on getting my safety rating up just in case they have a restriction on that for their server. But I'll mention it to them. And then, yeah, Box 3, I'll definitely do the qualifying in the next season full time. And then if there's a special event I'm able to attend, I'll also do that. But yeah, so I'll still be streaming. Stream should look a little better. Camera should look a little better. Webcam will be able to do 60 FPS. And I'll be going through OBS. No crazy overlays or anything yet. I'm not that good at that kind of stuff. But stream should be just a little more polished than they are on Xbox. That's just the limitation of Xbox. And yeah, hopefully I get up to speed on PC pretty quick. I have no idea how I'm gonna place. It doesn't feel that much different, so I feel like I should be fairly similar, but I think you can push the cars a little harder on PC. They seem a little easier to drive, a little more forgiving, and so it might just be getting past that, that initial hesitation of doing certain things that would, make you lose control on Xbox. But yeah, so it's been real, Box 3. JB, yeah, we've had some awesome races over the years at this point. Like, it's crazy that this game's been out for almost 3 years already. But yeah, and I'll still be in the Discord in the chat talking shit for sure, and keeping up to date on the Xbox side, because I do think with the new community manager, all that they have going on, it really does seem like they're putting in more effort. SimGrid just changed it where we'll be able to use proper entry lists, generate entry lists from signups on SimGrid, and just upload the logs, and it'll just automatically put all the times and everything. Right now we can use the logs, but we have to copy and paste everyone's results, which is still easier than the previous way we were doing it. But so it just seems like people are realizing console does have an audience that's dedicated, and that if they put a little effort into it, it will be appreciated, and the player count will remain there. So yeah, it'll be Maddie and Max running the show next season. I'll still be obviously Box 3, and I'll be there to assist them in any way I can. So we'll get details out about that season as soon as we can. We're kind of brainstorming things, what we want to do. The SimGrid changes kind of threw a little bit of a wrench in everything, because now your names display as your first and last names, and so if we do the server logs, it's going to be the same thing on Xbox. It'll actually show your first and last name on Xbox. I don't know if everyone's cool with that. PC, that's how it works, but I don't know how it's cool with that. If not, people can always just make their first and last name on SimGrid, their gamer tag or something. So there's just things like that, and then if there's any changes we want to make. And when I took over the Xbox side, Molson and the admins, they were all there to answer any questions I had, but they were also kind enough to just be like, look, we understand Xbox is a whole different thing than PC. We're gonna just hands off. We're here to help you whenever you need it, but do what you need to do to fit the needs of Xbox. So I plan on doing the same thing with Maddie and Max, kind of there to answer any questions, but they may make some changes that I was hesitant to make that end up working out. There may be some things that don't work out. I tried some things that didn't work out. So yeah, future on Xbox is as bright as it ever has been. So, and it makes it very bittersweet to leave. Like, if I got a PC a year ago, I would not really, it'd be bummed to leave Xbox, but not nearly as much as I am now. But it's just, I feel like I've done everything I wanted to do on Xbox. and so just time for different things. Move on and move up. So, but yeah, thanks to everybody who showed up for the multi-class race. I know we had some last minute dropouts, but still had, I think, like a 25 car grid. And you know, got a few new people that joined here, so hopefully you guys stick around and attend next season, or just any fun races we do, things like that. Chat shit in the Discord, and yeah, I think that's all I got today. Want to go back and watch the stream on Box 3. That's like I said, we're trying to stream these races from now on with spectator mode on Xbox. It's limited right now, but Maddie's been able to do that, and he was doing it through the actual Box 3 channel. So we're trying to, and this is something the PC guys want too. I don't know if parity is the right word, but you know, Xbox is alive and thriving on Box 3 too, so they want to be able to highlight that. And that's why, like, I've been on Recovery Drive, Maddie was on Recovery Drive on Thursday, so we'll be going over, I mean, next Thursday if we do a Recovery Drive, I don't know if we will be doing one, but once the season starts, like, we'll go over Xbox results and things like that too. So trying to bring the whole, you know, Box 3 is always community first, so we're trying to build out. Now that spectator mode works and SimGrid is a little easier to work with, we're going to try to, you know, build the community side out on Xbox and get all that done. But yeah, TG, definitely looking forward to racing with you. GN, same with you, man. I think you got second in your class, so well done on that, sir. But yeah, it'd be interesting. A lot of new faces on PC and a lot of old faces from a year or two ago, so that'll be nice. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. Again, thanks to everybody who showed up to race. Thanks to anybody who showed up to watch either my stream or the Box 3 stream. And other than that, you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I will hopefully catch you Monday night for the IXR Xbox season finale. So take it easy, guys. Peace.